Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Give me a follow on Rumble and get all green gear 25% off for the rest of the damn calendar year. Promo code Jericho1, Jericho, all caps, the number one, 25% off for the rest of the year. I got one question for you, Americans. Can the mainstream mediocres, all these news and entertainment outlets, can they fit any more of Biden's pervertices' wrinkled old dick into their mouth and asses? I just want to know. I imagine his dick looks like your toe when you've been in the bathtub too long. Can they stuff any more of that wet noodle into their mouth and asses? Because it sounds to me like they couldn't possibly get enough. This love fest, this live action porno between the mainstream mediocres and Biden, we're going to have to watch that play out in real time. It's already disgusting. We already need to disinfect the inside of our ears and eyes from hearing and seeing this shit. Some clown on CNN said the lights along the reflection pool at the Lincoln Memorial, right? I believe so. But anyway, that long pool, they said the lights along there made it look like Biden's arms stretched out toward America. Like he's beckoning you for a hug. Like he's saying, come on in so I can squeeze your body and smell you inappropriately. Just kidding, America. You're too old. You're out of his age range. You've aged out of that role. But he said it looked like Biden's arms stretched out toward America. Get the fuck out of here. Stop. And the guy on Fox, Charles something, he said Biden's inauguration speech was the greatest inauguration speech he's ever heard. So by that statement, I can only assume that that's the first inaugural speech he's ever heard. For him to say it's the best? Where is the bar? Where did you set it, down here? I mean, I imagine it wasn't the worst, but it damn sure wasn't the best. Unless you want lukewarm, middle-of-the-road speeches, man, that shit was garbage. Like I said in my video after I listened to it, toward the end, it got a little fire and brimstone, but that was monotone, vanilla shit, down the middle. Every other word was unity. It was not inspiring at all. It didn't instill any confidence whatsoever. But to him, best he's ever heard. This love fest, oh man, it makes me sick. Oh, finally, we're going to heal. That's another word. We're healing. We're healing from the last 4 years. One of them said, we finally have a love story in the White House between Joe Biden and Jill Biden. We haven't had a love story in the White House in 4 years. Shut the fuck up. Stop oozing. Oh, it's so gross. And when Obama was in, I didn't think it could get any worse. The media was coming all over the place about Obama. Oh, Obama. Have you seen Obama? Oh, Obama. He's so, Obama. Did you hear Obama? Hey, hey, man, get a room. You need a cigarette after hearing these fucking news reports. This shit is disgusting, man. And when Obama was in, he said, well, I had a scandal-free presidency, and there were no major scandals in my administration. Yeah, there was. Just the media didn't cover that shit. Fast and Furious, anybody? There was tons of scandals. All the stupid Obamacare, that was a fucking scandal. The bailouts, those are scandals. Man, stop that shit. But the media has a lot of power. And it's painfully obvious that they're not down the middle. They're not for everybody. They're not bipartisan. They are firmly in the camp of the left. They are part of the camp of the left. That's how you take down a great nation like America. Not that it's going to happen, but that's definitely one of the cornerstones of doing so. The media. You have to have them sending out the message that so-and-so is bad and so-and-so is good. No matter what, even in the face of evidence and proof and facts and things that you see with your own eyeballs, they're telling you who you're going to believe, me or your lying eyes. So the media is key. Entertainment is key. Academia is key. There's 4 or 5 parts to this Voltron of destruction. Media, entertainment, academia. That's pretty much it. I guess politics. Because you do need one side vilifying the other. This racial divide, bullshit. There's no racial divide in America. You can't do that to a country. Not only the ideals of America and our culture and our beliefs, just on numbers. You can't change that many people's minds in that short amount of time. Well, not on something like that. Because people still have their everyday experiences with people. And if you're telling them one thing, but they're not living it, I like to think, I want to think, that the average Joe is not going to fall for the okie doke. That most people are going to be like, well, that's what they're telling me. Never mind the interactions I have every day, people in my life, people in my family. Never mind that. I'm going with what the mainstream mediocres tell me. I hope and pray that I can still rest assured that that's how it is. Most people are not going to fall for the bullshit. They're not going to fall for the social banana in their tailpipe. So you're not going to convince me and the majority of America that that's the case. There's a racial divide. Bullshit. They need us to think that. They're going to keep driving that point home until we believe it. But that's not true. Again, that's why they go with things like race and all these social constructs and things that are attached to your feelings. They have to. It's essential. They can't go with facts and logic because that'll tear them apart in seconds. They got to go with the tried and true emotions. It's not fair for them. We need equity. We need equality. We need to adjust this for them because they had it bad, so we got to help them up, even though they're saying we don't want no fucking help up. They don't know that they need help up. So we got to help them. And we got to tear this down, and we got to start teaching this. That critical race theory bullshit, him getting rid of the 1776 commission, that is damaging. Teaching kids, teaching people that America is inherently racist, that's not true. Do we have major skeletons in our closet? Hell yeah. Do we got some big checkers in our past? Hell yeah. But that's in the past. We have come a long way. And having people think that they're victims, that's dangerous. Not only is it a lie, it's fucking dangerous. Because somebody's going to believe that shit. Somebody's going to believe that because those people look like that and I look like this, they're against me. I'm at a disadvantage. Stop that shit. That is so fucking dangerous. And when you have the breakdown of the family, which is another key component, when you have the breakdown of the family, you don't have people at home combating the bullshit that the world is pumping into their mind all day. Even though we arm our kids, we try to give them the armor to go out there and deal with the world. But when they come back home, we need to sift through what they've been taught and what they've been told and tell them what the truth is and what's a bunch of fucking nonsense. But if you don't have that at home, or even worse, you have someone at home reinforcing that bullshit, that's where we run into problems. That's where we have fucking perennial victims. Generations and generations of, you can't get ahead. It's not your fault. It's the man. It's the evil white man. It's the system. Bullshit. Anyway, on to more bullshit. The impeachment trial. So they want to have an impeachment trial. They want to impeach Trump because of what happened, was it January 6th, with the Capitol building and the people who busted in there, and 5 people died. They always say 5. They left 5 dead. Technically, yes, 5 people died at that event. 3 of them died from medical issues. And then you had that lady who was shot, and then the cop who died as well. And of course, that's fucking awful and terrible. I'm not disputing that. What I dispute is the fact that Trump caused it, or he greenlit it, or he in some way sent people there, or let people know that what's going to happen before it happened, but what's going to happen there is okay. That's fucking nonsense. That's stupid. But I was thinking, why wouldn't Trump just come out and say, hey, they stole the election, it's bullshit, grab your guns and your pipes and your whatever, your sticks, your rocks, your chains, your pepper spray, your signs, head on down to the Capitol building, kick those fucking doors in, and drag those traitors outside. And hang them from the nearest thing with a branch on it. Why wouldn't he say that? What's the consequence? What would happen to him if he said that? An impeachment, which is happening anyway. No, if he said that, he would be demonized by the media. That happened already. No, because if he did that, then the Democrats, the majority of them, would call him racist and Hitler and a xenophobe and a homophobe. Check. That's already happening. Well, he would lose money from his business. It's already happening. Well, Hollywood would treat him as the racist he is in the second coming of Hitler, and he would be bashed at every turn in late night TV and movies and television shows. It's already happening. It's already happening, so why would he go this whole dog whistle bullshit subliminal message route? Why? All of the things that would happen to you if you came out and said that are already happening. So why wouldn't you? It's like a TV show I used to watch called Martin. And his girl Gina, she was so suspicious that he was cheating. He was like, I had to go through all this shit. I might as well have cheated and got some. I mean, if you're going to be paying the price anyway, why wouldn't you just get some of the enjoyment? Why the fuck is Trump going to send all these subliminals and dog whistles and these other stupid ass buzzwords that they use? Why would he do that? When he could just simply say, go burn that motherfucker down. Bring me their heads on a silver platter. Now, my hordes, my minions, go forth and wreak havoc on DC. Why wouldn't he say that? Might as well. You're getting impeached anyway. Why the fuck not? Because that's nonsense and bullshit, and that's not what he did. Telling someone go down there to express your displeasure in what they did, or take the fight to them, however you want to word it, that doesn't mean you take it literally. There are things called sayings and figures of speech. And I hate when people act like they've never heard of it. What's a figure of speech? You know exactly what that shit is. And you know damn good and well, he did not go out there and tell those people to go do that. But again, why shouldn't he? You get in the same fucking trouble that you would have gotten in if you did do it. That's why it doesn't make any sense. That's why it's so stupid. You're going to waste more time and money. You got this new administration. Don't you have work to do? Don't you have a pandemic to deal with, but you're worried about a bullshit impeachment for a president that's not even there anymore? They're afraid of the work. They have so much shit to get done, and they just won't tackle it. They just won't do it. They seem to use this pandemic when it's convenient for them. Oh, we need to shut everything down. Pandemic. Well, why don't you guys get to work, on the pandemic? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do another witch hunt, horseshit, waste of taxpayers' money impeachment trial. This is the priority? This is at the top of your list? America's dying in more ways than one, and this is what you guys are doing? Man, this better be the midterm election to end all midterm elections. Because if these crooked ass, empty suit, corrupt motherfuckers have not proven that they are unworthy of the office they hold, I don't know what else they can do. Unless we catch them on tape punching a baby in the face, they can do nothing else to get kicked out of office. If they don't get kicked out and voted out this time, then it's on us. How many more times do we have to be shown that they don't give a fuck? How many more times? America is dying, no bullshit, in more ways than one. The economy, the nuclear family. And what they want to do is impeach a former president over a skirmish at the Capitol building. And loss of life, unfortunate. But let's say 2 died, because 3 died of medical issues. Who knows, they would have dropped dead had they not gone and were walking down the street that day. But that lady, that veteran, and that cop, that shit was sad. So when it's convenient, pandemic. When it's not, what pandemic? What? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to be wearing a mask. This fool signs an executive order that mandates that on federal property, you must wear a mask at all times on federal property. He was sitting on federal property when he signed the executive order about mandating you wear a mask on federal property. Then later that night on the same federal property, he's not wearing a mask on federal property. Is it a little thing? I guess. Is it a big thing? Yeah, because you're telling us one thing and you're doing another thing. Wear a mask on federal property. Later that day on federal property. What the fuck? Like, nobody on his team was like, hey, put the shit, get it on your face. But Jericho, he later on that speech, oh yeah, and I did find the video of him where he goes, oh, hello. I pinned it in the comments of yesterday's video. Like, the first minute of that video is the most cringeworthy shit you've ever seen. But Jericho, when he was there on the federal property not wearing a mask, he was by himself. He probably wasn't by himself because there was a camera there. But okay, we'll go down that rabbit hole. Let's say he was by himself. Well, the mandate didn't say wear the mask unless you're by yourself. It said wear the mask while on federal property. His feet were firmly on top of federal property. His face didn't have a mask on it. And he's supposed to be COVID. Let's tackle the COVID. You tell me. You let me know in the comment section. Am I tripping? I don't think so. I think I saw him signing it and saying it, and then I saw him later that night, federal property. All right, anyway. Let me get home with my beautiful wife and kids, but you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.